one's ever been here before at all. And don't you mention all the inches that are scraped on the door frame. We all know.
Just a few of the hundreds of bows that Kyle Busch rightfully took throughout his life and career as we welcome you back up to the broadcast booth. And, you know, gentlemen, I love when a driver can deliver a unique style celebration. Kyle did just that, almost as a bit of a tip of the cap to some of the fans who may not have been so receptive when he won some of those races, and he continued that trend, and that trend has carried on to this week, and I think we're going to see some more bows here at Charlotte Motor Speedway today.
You know, and those fans warmed up to Kyle. Later, as he won more and more races, and recently, there were more cheers than boos, and that moment at Dover, seeing him give the bow and saluting the fans and their response to it, it's something that will live with us as NASCAR fans and folks. It'll live with us forever.
I got to see a number of those bows, not only as a competitor, and as a competitor, you saw so many of them that you almost got irritated with them because it seemed like Kyle won every single race and every single weekend. But then as I switched over to the roll on pit road and getting to be down there and interview the winners, it was so cool to see him get out of the whatever vehicle he was in, the Cup car, the truck, the O'Reilly car, whatever one it was, and take that bow. And to Michael's point, hearing the change from 10 years ago until now, and the reaction from the crowd, so special and so cool to see those.
How much are we looking forward to watching Brexton stand up there and give those bows as he races forward with his NASCAR career?
It is only a matter of time until he's making a lot of those.
So as we're just under a lap away from the restart, we got a bit of a hodgepodge of strategy here. Now, it looks as though the top 9 trucks have stayed out. We got to go back to about Christian Eckes to find the first truck out, and we are targeting 45 minutes from now when this adverse conditions rule will take effect. So if we hit the 12 o'clock hour here Eastern, that means that the next time the leader comes by the start-finish line, they will see the white flag. No chance at overtime. With 68 laps to go with this restart, it's going to be close, especially with how frantic the racing has been.
And the closer we get to that 12 o'clock hour, the more the intensity, the more these drivers are going to take more risk, Michael. And I don't know how you can take more than what they're taking, but they're going to try.
Are you saying things are going to ratchet up? I don't know if I agree with that, Regan. It's crazy.
So, Grant Enfinger, the control truck on the bottom of the 9, top row, 3 Cup drivers, Zilich, Van Gisbergen, Stenhouse, bottom side, Ruggiero Sawalich, inside of rows 2 and 3, as we get back underway with 68 laps to go.
See Grant Enfinger doing a nice job on the restart, having the control that time, and we've seen those 2 lanes be even. Be side by side coming off the turn 2 here.
Oh, contact there. Chastain.
What a save.
The apron. And Merge is back in line.
Damage there to Honeyman's truck.
Hey, look how much I'm backing up. 4 wide. Look out.
Left, does he?
Ross continuing to fall back. Looks like he may have something more going on with that truck.
Just a crazy block right there. It looks like maybe damage in the right front of Ross's truck. Maybe got a tire.
Honeyman's truck continuing to smoke as we got a problem in turn number 2. Trouble in the second corner. One truck went around towards the back of the pack, and it's the number 76 of Spencer Boyd.
And I believe that all got started with whatever was going on with Ross Chastain. After that back straightaway contact, looked like maybe, and we see right there, a tire down, appears to be the right front tire, and you saw him kind of backing up off of turn 4 just a little bit, and that continued all the way down into turns 1 and 2, and I think we're going to see that may be what ultimately caused Spencer Boyd to go around.
And that was just a result of contact with the big block from Honeyman and into Ross's right front.
What a save by Ross, though, as well.
Yeah.
I mean, he had his hands full, and the further down to the bottom you get, the rougher that track is.
You can see back there, I think Spencer let off due to the mess. Maybe Frankie Muniz behind him didn't see.
Yeah, and Ross was just in front of him at that point right there, kind of held up in the middle of the racetrack, and it's just reactionary for all these guys. This is on the backstretch right here, the original contact, and you see right there that right front, and man, that's plenty of contact to cut that tire down, and Look at that truck hopping up and down, Michael. It's so rough down there, and he's still wheeling it.
How about leaving black marks at 175 miles an hour? As you see the damage to the right front, he's already bent up the left front. He's not out of this thing, though, Regan. He's going to come in, get these tires changed, pull that fender out, and be a part of this battle again.
And anytime Ross has got 4 tires on a vehicle, I don't ever think that he's out of it. But that's right. He's still going to have the opportunity to fix it right here. And of course, an extra set of tires today because they didn't get practice and qualifying in, so those carried over to the race. So he's still in a good spot for the end of this race, as it'll come down to the final pit stop potentially.
Ross going to come back in for some more attention. Mikey, you hinted at the damage on the left front. That happened at the start of the race. He'd been managing that quite well, but evidently they want to take some more time to get this truck right. And he did come down the pit lane when the pits were closed, so he'll have to restart at the back of the pack anyway.
Well, they're going to work on that right front fender, but also this is interesting. He's on pit road. He's getting service. They filled it up with gas. Can he make it to 12 o'clock? I mean, could there be a strategy play here as well?
I can assure you that once the team gets done repairing this truck and they get an opportunity to figure out where everything lines up, they are probably thinking that same thing at some point here, Michael. And not enough fuel to make it to the full 65 laps from right here, but 12 o'clock at the pace that we're going could be definitely something to keep an eye on here.
I've gotten to the point in life where I rarely make it to 12 o'clock anymore, but...
different 12 o'clock, Michael. Different 12 o'clock.
These guys are going to try to race to 12 o'clock. It'd be interesting for me to see who brings it down here. We've had this happen all race long, differing strategies. These cats at the front of the field are continuing to stay out. Last pitted on lap 50.
Work that they heard at the races. Almost 5 decades later, nothing's changed.
Welcome back to